Yeah, I think what I was told, we had 5 runs with 2 outs um, today, and so when you have an offense that just doesn't stop and doesn't worry about how many outs you have, and where that pitcher has very good movement and up movement, and I thought we did a really good job of laying off the unhittable pitch and waiting for ours, and so um, it really shows to their discipline and their buy-in to what we're doing in our offensive plan. And I love how each of them eroded the pitcher, um, just pitch by pitch. So like Jada's at bat fed into Jazz's at bat in that first inning. Sorry, we got a little friend here.
Sorry, Coach. My connection is very unstable. Georgia and Jasmine have carrying up the last 2 games. What's been going on with them, and how have they been performing so well?
Again, I think when you have to face all those hitters in a row, we moved Jazz up in the lineup because last year she did a really good job in the 9 hole, and so we just started her off there because she felt really comfortable there. But we just noticed that she wasn't getting opportunities to hit people in down there, and so we wanted to be able to turn the lineup over a little bit more and have opportunities for Jazz to be up when runners were in scoring position. So I think you have all those really strong hitters in that middle of the lineup with Jules and Georgia and Jada and Jazz and Shannon and Carissa. As a pitcher, you're just like, pick your poison, right? And so I think that's really feeds into it is you have to work so hard to get each one of them out.
Are you a better base running team? Is this your best base running team of the 3 seasons you've been here? Because you've already got 17 steals on the season, had 3 today. I know you told me before the season you thought you would have more speed added to your offense, but is this even ahead of what you thought they would be? Because they've really been aggressive on the base pads.
It is. It is. And again, like today, Jazz stole. So I think too, because we're swinging, our bats are swinging so big, and we have the ability to hit a home run that I feel comfortable to, taking more opportunities to steal and not lay down bunts and things like that. But yes, we definitely have way more options on the bench and to bring in and just in our lineup with the running speed.
Thoughts on G and her performance, and in general your pitching staff. When you have these long innings as a pitcher, that's kind of tough to sit there. It's a good problem to have because you're scoring a lot of runs and having support, but at the same time staying sharp, staying locked in. Give me your thoughts on G.
Yeah, with G, I thought she threw a great game, and despite the score, you can't take away from New Mexico State has a very good offensive lineup. And so even though they haven't, they didn't score as many runs as we did or close to that, that speaks to how well our pitchers throw and how successful they've been in the last 2 games because their hitters can hit, they can swing it. And, they have always traditionally been very strong as far as that goes. But I like how G came out and, I think we eliminate the walks. That's not normally what she does. But again, though, like you said, it's so tough having those longer innings and for everybody, right? The umpires, everybody out there kind of seeing different things. So it took her a little while to settle in and find the strike zone. But once she did, I thought she closed out the game well.
Georgia, we kind of take her for granted now. 5 home runs early in the season. Teams are starting to walk her, which gives players like Jada opportunities behind her. Just talk about Georgia and how it's locked in and the opportunities for a Jada that hits behind Georgia and others that hit behind Georgia because they're going to get pitches.
Yeah. Well, and that's what we tell them. I think having Jules and Jada around Georgia really helps Georgia a lot, and especially if they're swinging and hitting the ball as well, for them to have to pitch to Georgia a little bit more. But it's like you said, she's going to have to learn how to be patiently aggressive, or as I say, aggressively patient, because we don't want to be sitting out, if they miss one, she's going to go after it. But just keeping her sound and really focusing on just hitting the line drive back up the middle, because we know what home runs can do to swings sometimes. And so, but I would have to say that our home runs, especially today, were all line drives. So as a coach, I feel really good about it.
We talked before the season. Jazz had her best year last year. Well, she's off to her best start ever this year. Just talk about her. You've always believed in her, even from when you got here. You hit her in the middle of the lineup, even when she went through some struggles and the adjustments. You must be proud, obviously, what she's done. But she's in like a different zone right now.
Sure. You know what? I attribute what we had to do in the fall, having to face multiple pitchers on our team, but for multiple times and days. And typically, when our pitchers face our own hitters, we don't have as much offensive production because we have such strong pitchers. And our hitters learn to make those adjustments. And I feel like Jazz really learned what she can hit in certain counts. And so she's super aware of what she wants to hit. And it's not so much, okay, I'm going to go hit what the pitcher is trying to get me to do. And I just love how calm and quiet she is. And just, she's really, getting into her own as far as that goes, but just being comfortable. And I think too, last year really ties into, not taking anything for granted. Like, let's just go. And if we're going to fall, we're going to fall hard. Right. So,
Yep.
But yeah, it's been so awesome to see her dialed in and having fun and playing so loose.
You got one more with them. They're going to come out with their best game here. They want to take a game here. Obviously they're going to be fired up. What's the message to the team here with the quick turnaround for Sunday?
Yeah, exactly what you said, Elo. I told them they're a very good team. Don't take it for granted. They're going to want to come and get one from us. And our pitchers have done a really good job of, keeping them off, limited runs and things like that. And so you got to keep attacking and don't let up.
All right, Coach, congrats on the win.